Another thing that I enjoy a lot is alternative building, construction, alternative building methods and uh, materials. I like reclaiming things. I like using stuff that nobody else wants. A, because it's free, and B, because sometimes it's much better quality than what I can actually go out and buy. Um, it's like for instance, I love bed frames. Bed frames, the angle iron on bed frames is like super high strength stuff. I mean, you can buy angle iron at a metal supply place, and it's going to be thicker, and it's going to be it's going to look more heavy duty, but it's not going to put up with the same amount of stress that you can put on a bed frame. I guess it's tempered or something like that. I mean, they do something really, really dramatic to it to make it stronger. So I collect bed frames, and I use them for all kinds of things. And one of these days, I'll make a video that shows you some of the things that I've made with bed frames. But back to the subject that I just got off of, which was alternative building. I've got a collection of books. I've got a library. I call it my alternative building library. And I'm going to show it to you right now, and it might be something that you could be interested in. And if you are, then you have a good thing to look at right here. A good resource for books if you're looking for them. This is a neat little book, and it's available at Lowe's, and it's got several different plans. And I'm not one for plans. I'm more of an organic kind of person. I like to do things without measuring and just by the seat of my pants. And so this may not be the best thing for me, but it does have some great ideas that I do love in it. It's one of my favorite books, and if you're interested in it, you can find it at Lowe's. Earthship. Wow, I could talk all day about Earthships. I used to be in love with Earthships. They recycle tires and cans and other stuff and make these beautiful, gorgeous buildings. That's not a finished building on the cover of this, so don't freak out. I've got there's 3 volumes to the Earthship series, and I've got all 3 of them, and they're in this crate somewhere. But making a long story short, Earthships, the important thing you need to know about them is that they build these things. They build them in a way that they take care of you. They provide you with heat and coolness, depending upon what weather you need. They provide you with water and food. I mean, the only thing they don't do is put clothes on your back, and I'm sure they could probably figure out a way to make them do that too. And they're just these amazing things, and they call them an Earthship because it's kind of like being able to sail through life without these worries that other people have. I've got an electric bill to pay. Well, you know what? An Earthship doesn't even use $100 worth of energy in a year. Okay. The guy who designed these said, if you use more than $100 a year, I will pay your electric bill over the $100. Okay, that's an amazing thing to say. So they're much easier to use than actually sailing a small sailboat. So I mean, it's a fascinating thing for me to talk about Earthships, and I'm going to stop now. But here's another book, an old book called Build-A-Yurt, The Low-Cost Mongolian Roundhouse. Here's the 3rd volume of the Earthship series. I think there's only 3 volumes. Couldn't really tell you for sure. Fiber Cement, an Alternative Building Material by Mike McCain. I need to tell you, that's an amazing material. I've actually used it, and I've built yurts with fiber cement. It turned out to be a really cool thing. Building with Papercrete and Paper Adobe by Gordon Solberg. Gordon Solberg and Mike McCain, they know each other, and they were both independently working on these things. I think, in any case, they may have been working on them together. I don't know. I don't remember. I've met both men and studied a little bit under them, and really enjoyed it. Wish I had continued that route. Homework. Hand-Built Shelter by Lloyd Kahn. Let me tell you, this is a great book. If nothing else, if a person just loved good photography, this would be just their book. There's just so much beautiful photography in this book, but it's also it just shows many different ways of building homes, many different styles, different architecture designs, stuff like that. Mud, Space, and Spirit, Handmade Adobes. You know, that's just one of those things. I live in the American Southwest, and I see those buildings, and sometimes they're just the ugliest things ever, and then sometimes they look like the true beautiful things that are in this book. Very organic and very useful, and made for you to live in, not live with. You know, very good book. This book is called Stone Shelters, and it's by Edward Allen, and it has some of the most amazing shelters that are homes that are built. And these are all old homes, nothing modern, that people still live in most cases. And I really don't know how to explain this book to you other than to say, if you don't read this book, you'll never know any of this stuff. It's something that you want to think about, you want to look into, you want to read. Oh hey, I found a home canning book here by Care. It's old. I've got a book called Producing Your Own Power, and of course if you're going to make your own house and live in it, then you want to know how to make stuff to make the house, take care of you, and that's what that is about. Let's see, Basic Self-Reliance. That needs to go in my other pile. That's a neat book, and it's made by my church. I'm Mormon. I'm LDS, and it tells you how to do laundry in a bucket. I mean, all the taking care of yourself down to the smallest things. This is an older book called Good Shelter, and it says a guide to mobile, modular, and prefabricated houses, including domes. What got me was the domes, and that's why I bought it, because I'm really into the round shape, the dome shape. This is made by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. It's called Solar Dwelling Design Concepts. You know, this was great back in the 70s, when they were just really starting to figure this stuff out. But pretty much this book is close to useless now, and it's just something I've had for a long time. The Underground House book. This is an amazing book, and I would buy it 10 times over. You know, there's some other books out there that I don't even know how to tell you. There's some other books out there that just don't compare. I mean, this book is about how to build an underground house, in many different ways, all the way down to just making a bomb shelter. But it talks about this in such a way as to make your houses full of light, even though they're underground, and it's natural light. And I like that. I like natural light, and I don't want to live in a bomb shelter, you know. If I had to give like a rating on these books, this book right here would probably receive my highest rating. And it's not because I want to live in one of his houses, but because of just the ramifications that this book has on the world and all of the architecture in it. It's Nader Khalili. He was a very intelligent man, or is an intelligent man, and if you ever have the opportunity to look him up online, do it, and look up ceramic houses and earth architecture and Cal Earth. The man has done some amazing things. In fact, if they ever build houses on the moon, they will use his techniques. I guarantee you that. Anyway, that's not the last of my collection, but that's what I have available to go over with at the moment. So I'm going to leave you with this, and I'll talk to you next time.